Welcome to the first video lesson. This lesson is on equations of lines. With this video lesson, you can take notes and pause if you want to slow down a little bit. And so please make sure that you make use of the fact that this is on video. Now, before we begin, I want to make sure you know that as you're watching these videos, I want you to be taking down notes, okay? And so, here we go. Okay, before we find the equation of a line, we have to know how to find the slope between 2 points. So let's say we have 2 points, 2 comma negative 5 and negative 1 comma negative 4. And we want to find the slope between them. Well, the slope is often represented by the letter m, and it is defined by rise over run. Rise is given by delta y, or the change in y, and the run is the change in x. Now the change in y will be y2 minus y1, and the change in x will be x2 minus x1. So before we begin, we have to designate one of these points to be x1, y1, and one of these points to be x2, y2. Okay, so now we're ready to begin. Slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 is negative 4, y1 is negative 5, x2 is negative 1, x1 is 2, so we have 1 over negative 3, or negative 1/3. Now we're ready to find the equation of a line. To get the equation of the line, we first need to determine what form we want it in. The first form that I want you to know is called the point-slope form. Now the point-slope form is given by y minus y1 equals the slope m parentheses x minus x1. And if you look closely, it is just the definition of the slope reconfigured to look like that. And so it really is based on the slope formula. Now that we have the point slope form, we just choose one of the 2 points. So y1, I'll choose negative 5. The slope is negative 1/3. And x1 will be 2. And this right here is your point slope form. No need to do anything else. Maybe rewrite the left side as y plus 5. That will make it look cleaner. But no need to distribute, no need to move everything on one side except for the y. Just leaving it like this is fine. And so that's the point slope form. Now the next form is called the slope intercept form. And I'm going to put it over here. The slope intercept form. And to get that, that's our famous y equals mx plus b form. So you plug in a y, negative 5, you plug in your slope, negative 1/3, you plug in your x, which is 2, and then you solve for b. And when you solve for b, you get negative 13 over 3. Now I'm running out of room, so I'm going to write it up here in the upper right corner. So your answer, your official answer, is going to be y equals the slope, which is negative 1/3, x, plus b, which is negative 13 over 3. And that is the that is the slope intercept form. Okay? Now the next thing we're going to do is we are going to, now I have to erase all this. Okay, looks like it's gonna take me a while. Oh, hold on. Oh, I can just do that. Okay. Okay, The next thing is we want to be able to write the equation of a line that goes through a particular point. So this one I'll go through, let's see, let's have -2, 6. That goes through that point, and so the first one is we want a line that is parallel to, let's say, this line right here, 3x plus 2y equals -4. Okay, so let's try that. Well, first we have to take this and we have to find the slope of that line. So you solve for y and you get y equals -3/2 x minus 2. As you can see, the slope is -3/2. So using the point slope form, y minus 6, here is 6, equals the slope -3/2, x minus -2, which becomes x plus 2, and so here's your answer. Okay. Now number 2 is, now we want a line that is perpendicular to that point, to that line, sorry, 3x plus 2y equals -4. So same thing, but the slope is going to be positive 2/3. So if you remember from your Algebra 2 class, the slope is going to be the opposite reciprocal. You take the opposite and you take the reciprocal. Yeah, opposite reciprocal. So then your answer is going to be y minus 6 equals positive 2/3 x plus 2. And you leave it in point slope form. That's good enough. Okay, so that is lines, equations of lines.